How's it going, everyone? This is the Anime Man. So,
Imoutos.
yeah, that's right. We're going on that topic today because I just kind of feel like it. For those of you who haven't heard that word a million times in your favorite manga or anime, or hentai, Imouto, or how the Japanese pronounce it, Imouto, is the Japanese word for little sister. And for some reason in the manga and anime world, there's a lot of shit involving little sisters. I personally don't know why. I'm assuming because there seems to be a common theme of a lot of manga creators and anime creators who grew up with as an only child, or perhaps didn't have a little sister in their lifetime. So, you know, grab anything that you didn't grow up with and fetishize it. Yeah, welcome to the human race, everybody. But while I say all of that, I'm not exactly against the idea of anime Imoutos or anime little sister characters, because there is a reason why a lot of us gush over it, sometimes froth our mouths over it, because they're all adorable and cute in their own way. But out of the so many anime Imoutos, which ones are worth protecting? Which ones are worth attacking? Hi, I'm Joey Bissinger, professional emotologist, and today we're going to be answering that question, or at least getting one step closer to answering that question by doing the ultimate anime Imouto tier list. And by that, I just mean I'm on Tier Maker once again, because apparently y'all motherfuckers like it when I make tier lists like this. So today I've gathered a list of 20 Imoutos that you can see here. Now, bear in mind, some of these are blood or non-blood related Imoutos to the protagonist, some of them are blood or non-blood related Imoutos to side characters, and some of them I like to define as conceptual Imoutos. By that, I mean they're not actually the little sister of some character in the show, but the general public, us, the weebs, watching this anime, usually like to define that particular character as like the Imouto character. Either because we want to protect them in some way, or because we just wish we had a little sister like that in our own lives. And all 20 Imoutos that we are covering in today's tier list is actually part of a huge collection of series that today's sponsor, Bookwalker, is covering right now in their Imouto vs. Onesan campaign. That's right, if you see any particular Imouto that tickles your fancy or that I highly recommend, then you can read all of them and a whole lot more by going over to Bookwalker. You can get up to a 60% coin back as well. And also don't forget to use your boy's coupon code TheAnimeMan to get $5 off your purchase for that extra savings on your good Imouto content. But with that out of the way, let's begin. My Imouto senses are tingling right now. Now, mind you, I'm not going to be judging these Imoutos on the tier list scale based on their anime quality. No, the quality of the anime that they're part of is completely separate. We are purely going to be dictating how Imouto they are. How much do we want to protect them, or how much do we want to attack them? Or both, you know, depending on how you want to treat your little sister in anime. So with that being said, let's start off with an Imouto that I definitely want to protect and not attack, because I certainly do not want to go to jail for it, and that's Ai from Duo no Shigoto. Reason being is that in the show, she is 9 years old. That's all I have to say for that. Now, I fucking love Ai-chan. Like, she is absolutely adorable in the show, in the manga, and in the original light novel series. In fact, I did a interview with the creator of the original light novel series a long time ago. I'll leave that link in the description on the screen right there. But I absolutely love her. Her voice in the anime is fucking awesome. She is smart as fuck. She is one of the best shogi players in the series, and she's a fucking 9-year-old. Hell yeah, that's an Imouto that I want to brag to my friends about. So yeah, she's definitely a high tier Imouto for me. I'm gonna throw her into an A tier. Yeah, we're starting off strong. I really do enjoy Ai-chan, and I'm kind of sad that Duo no Shigoto didn't get as much, I guess, recognition as an anime over in the West, so I guess, you know, go on to Bookwalker and check out the original light novel. Alright, this next Imouto, not many of you may know, because she's only really prevalent in the light novels, but it is this girl right here. Her name is Ayaka, and she's from the light novel series Saikome. Now, Saikome is a really cool light novel series, and I'm honestly surprised that it hasn't gotten an anime adaptation yet. I mean, now that I say that, it's probably going to get an anime adaptation like sometime next month or whatever the fuck, who knows. But basically, just from the picture, you think she's just like an innocent, you know, smart little Imouto, when in actuality, you can't see it in this picture, but she's actually holding a shotgun, because truth be told, that she is so insane that she almost ends up killing an entire classroom full of students to get to her big brother, the main protagonist, who is also just psychotic and fucked up in the head. So yeah, what you're looking at here, ladies and gentlemen, is a hidden yandere Imouto. Now, there are probably some of you who heard the words yandere Imouto and were just frothing at the mouth, and others are kind of just like,
no thanks, man.
As for me, I honestly don't mind, even though I'm not huge into yanderes. I'm very picky when it comes to yanderes. I'm much more of a shuffled and a Mirai Nikki type of yandere fan. So when it comes to Ayaka from Saikome though, even though she didn't serve a huge purpose in the light novels, I really did enjoy her little like quirky and quite psychotic mind. And she's cute, you know, I gotta give it to that as well. So I'm gonna throw up in an A tier as well. Yeah, I think this is like a diamond in the rough in terms of Imoutos, and I'm hoping that if Saikome does get an anime adaptation one of these days, which it hasn't currently, but fingers crossed because it's a great light novel series, then she'll make a very good appearance. Alright, up next we have Hibari from Yuragiso no Yuna-san. Now, you guys might know I love me my trashy ecchi manga and anime, and Yuragiso no Yuna-san right now is like top of the list for me. If I were to ever make a like trashy shonen ecchi tier list, Yuragiso no Yuna-san would be fucking S tier for me, dude. I love that shit. And Hibari is the little sister, the Imouto, to one of the main characters in Yuragiso no Yuna-san, Sagiri, who I also fucking love as a character, but I really like Hibari. Not only is she like kind of clumsy, but she's also cute and all of that, but she tries so goddamn hard to get the attention of the love interest. Like, you gotta give the woman some respect for that. And I mean, the artwork for the manga is just, it's, how can I show the greatness of the manga without getting demonetized? Thomas, please figure it out for me. But either way, there's too many motherfuckers sleeping on Yuragiso, so I'm gonna chuck her up in an S tier. Yeah, I said it. Fucking Hibari from Yuragiso no Yuna-san is S tier Imouto, alright?
I want her.
Alright, up next is Hawkeye from Infinite Stratos. Now, you guys might be thinking, who have watched Infinite Stratos, you're like, Joey, Hawkeye isn't a little sister. She's actually the little sister of the teacher who teaches Ichika, the main character, who also makes an appearance in the show. So, checkmate, atheists. Don't fuck with the professional emotologist, alright? Now, Hawkeye is kind of difficult because she is tsundere as fuck, to the point where it's slightly annoying. And when it comes to Infinite Stratos, I mean, there's already like a plethora of other girls that easily qualified into waifu material. Like, if I were to make an Infinite Stratos waifu tier list, Hawkeye would be definitely on the bottom half of that list. And when it comes to Imouto, she doesn't really show a whole lot of that in the show, especially towards her big brother. She mostly just, you know, acts like a fucking annoying childhood friend to Ichika. Yeah, even though I'm pretty sure they're not even childhood friends by setting. So it's like, what the fuck's the point? So yeah, I'm probably gonna have to throw into like a C tier. She's not exactly someone who I want to like protect, especially considering that she's like a million times stronger than Ichika in the show. That is, of course, before the plot armor kicks in. So yeah, C tier at best. I mean, I would probably even throw into a C tier if it was an Infinite Stratos waifu tier list as well, so sorry Hawkeye fans. Alright, up next we have Karen from the Monogatari series. Now, listen, you guys might be thinking, oh, it's the Monogatari series, Joey's favorite anime. Of course it's immediately gonna go up in an S tier. You must not misunderstand the emotologist. Don't underestimate me, because she's not, in fact, an S tier. Because in terms of like Imouto, she's not exactly like the greatest. I mean, like, we have Tsukihiro as well back here. I might as well just do both of them at the same time while we're at it, because we got two of Aragi's Imoutos right here. If I were to say which was the better Imouto, personally, I would say Tsukihiro, just because she acts a lot more dead-air towards Araragi and is just, you know, slightly cuter, in my opinion. As much as I love the sporty girls, I mean, you know, Karen is sporty as fuck, but when you have the queen of sporty girls, Kambara Suruga, in the same show, yeah, it gets a little bit washed out, unfortunately. So I'm gonna put Karen in like a B tier, because she's good. Definitely better than Hawkeye, but not as good as Tsukihiro, who I'm gonna put up in an A tier. Yeah, I think that's good. Again, as much as I love the Monogatari series, I love both Kanen and Tsukihira as characters. Fucking amazing characters. As Imoutos, there can be better. Alright, up next we have Kobato from Boku wa Tomodachi ga Sukunai. Now, I fucking loved Bokutomo. It is an absolutely hilarious anime series, and the original light novel as well is genuinely a fun read. It's a great read, and there's lots of waifu material in Bokutomo, but a lot of people tend to forget about Kobato. I don't know why, maybe because she's like the staple Imouto character, not sure, but I fucking love Kobato. I mean, like, the chuny side of her can, you know, is kind of whatever, personally, but like, when she like goes back to like her normal, like, just, you know, very dede side to Kodaka, that's the part that always just, gets my heart. So, man, it's really hard. I'm probably gonna have to put her in a B tier. If she didn't have the chuny thing, then I would probably put her up in an A tier, but the chuny stuff kind of tends to get a little bit annoying. Alright, up next we have Komachi from Yahari Ore no Seishun no Buko wa Machigatteiru. Now, if we were to rank any of these Imoutos in the realistic side of things, Komachi would be snap bang first place, because I think the whole point of Komachi as a character is to show the fact that, no, anime Imoutos aren't as real as a real Imouto, and the most realistic Imouto in anime is probably Komachi. She doesn't give two shits about Hachiman in any way whatsoever. In fact, a lot of the time she just treats Hachiman like shit, but like with the respect of family, you know, kind of like a real little sister. And I think Wataru Watari is so genius with like portraying that side of things, and I feel that's why a lot of people reading or watching Oregairu didn't really put Komachi in the kind of, you know, waifu Imouto status like a lot of these other Imoutos on this list. But as just like a realistic Imouto, and this is coming from someone who does have a real life little sister, Komachi is very much like a real life little sister, especially when she's first introduced into the show. And I really respect that about Wataru Watari. That was a ballsy move to make in a supposedly, you know, waifu material type of anime like Oregairu. So yeah, I definitely, with all due respect, I'm gonna put her in a B tier, because I can't quite attack her, but she's worth protecting. But, you know, it's like a nice, stable middle line, I think, of fantasy and reality. Alright, up next is Maria from Sister Devil Testament. I'm gonna bring Mio over here as well, because she's part of the same series right here. Now, that show has sister in the title, so if you've never seen it, then you have a pretty good understanding of what it's already about. Now, which one do I prefer, Maria or Mio? I'm gonna have to say Mio, just because she's just a lot sexier. And that, I know that's weird for me to say, because this is an Imouto tier list, not a waifu tier list, but hear me out. As much as I do like Maria, she definitely is a little bit more overshadowed by Mio, because I feel Mio was just like kind of made to be like the staple Imouto in the show, and Maria was kind of like the secondary choice. It was like the hand-me-down of like, if you don't like this brand new thing, you can buy it secondhand, here you go. And it's been a while since I've watched Devil Little Sister Testament, and I definitely remember Mio a lot more than Maria, and I get more vivid pictures of that rather than Maria. So I'm gonna put Mio in a B tier, and I'm gonna put Maria in a C tier, because again, I feel more people looked at these characters as waifus than they did Imoutos. So, you know, that's usually how that goes. All right, up next is triple Toloveru right there, triple Toloveru Imoutos. God, I'm so trashy. We have Mikan, Rito's Imouto, and then we have the two Devil Luke sisters, Momo and Nana. Yeah, I really like this show. Now, this is really hard, because if we were talking about Toloveru waifus, then Momo would 100% be at the top. If, you know, everybody who's watched Toloveru, the question is always asked, who's your waifu, bro? Who is your Toloveru waifu? And I know it may be a real staple question amongst the Toloveru fans, but Momo just is She's something else, my dude. And honestly, as weird as this is gonna sound, I really like Mikan as well. Yeah, I know, they kind of over-sexualize Mikan, especially in the manga, and especially in Tolabaru Darkness. Like, it almost gets to the point where I feel Yabuki Kentaro really wants to get rid of the shonen tag and just go to, like, straight-up doujin, and if he does, I respect that, dog. But the borderline sexuality that Yabuki Kentaro puts all these characters in is questionable, yet equally awesome. But in terms of Imoutos, in terms of little sisters, how does it fare? Well, I would definitely have to say Mikan is easily an S tier. I mean, goddamn, again, she's an 11-year-old or 12-year-old, I don't know what it was, 6th grader, and she can cook, she can clean, she can do all of these adult things that Nito is just mentally inept at doing, and like, yeah, she's cute as fuck, dude. What can I say? In terms of the Deviluke sisters, I love both Momo and Nana, but again, I'm gonna look away from Momo as an Imouto because I feel Nana is definitely acting a lot more like a little sister than Momo. I feel Momo is kind of like the twin sister of Lala, and is probably plays more of like an older sister role because Lala is so much of like a kiddie kind of mentality. So I'm gonna put Nana in an A tier, definitely. I do like me Nana, even though she is tsundere as fuck. When she's not tsundere as fuck, it's good shit. And I'm gonna put Momo in a B tier. Yeah. Oh, I said it's so painful to put her in a B tier. I'm sorry, Momo. Don't worry, you're a triple S rank in my waifu tier list, even though I'm pretty sure I didn't put you in my waifu tier list video. I'll leave that, by the way, link in the description if you want to check it out. Alright, up next we have Denge from Non Non Biyori. Now, this is what I was talking about when I was talking about the conceptual Imoutos, because Denge in Non Non Biyori isn't the little sister of anybody, but in the group of main characters in Non Non Biyori, she definitely is the youngest and therefore is treated very much like the little sister. She's, again, the conceptual little sister, and it just putting it out there, if I was, you know, born without a little sister, if my little sister wasn't born, for example, and I was an only child and I watched Non Non Biyori, I would think to myself, fuck. I mean, she's adorable, she's innocent, she's witty, she's smart in the show. She makes up the crux of a lot of jokes in Non Non Biyori, which I fully respect because it's kind of difficult to make a 4-year-old the crux of a joke in a slice of life Iyashikei type of show. I think that's the whole reason why I love Non Non Biyori. So I'm gonna put her in an A tier. Yeah, I really do like her as a conceptual Imouto. I think out of all of the conceptual Imoutos out there in the anime sphere, I feel Denge is probably the top tier. Alright, up next, I was dreading getting to this part. Rui from Domestic no Kanojo. Now, listen guys, again, I said at the beginning of the video that I was going to get rid of the preconceived notion of the actual quality of the show that these Imoutos are from. And I don't know if you know, but I really did not like Domestic no Kanojo. I watched the anime, I thought it was just the most bullshit logic I've ever heard of, and then they told me to go read the manga, so I went and read the manga, and that was just as bullshit. And apparently, according to some of my friends who are continuing to read the manga into like the chapters of like 100 plus, apparently it gets more and more bullshit as the chapters go on, so great. So yeah, from the little that I did watch and read, I really disliked all the characters. And Rui is the epitome of Imouto that you will regret protecting. So I'm sorry, your ass going in a D tier. I know, the first D tier is Rui. Sad days. On the brighter side though, let's talk about Shiro from No Game No Life. Now Shiro is, again, I feel like a real staple in the anime world of like, yeah, this is what an Imouto is like. This is the idea of an anime Imouto. I guarantee if you go onto Google Images right now and you type in anime Imouto, Shiro is probably gonna come up in at least the first page results. And if it doesn't, then I'm sorry. But I'm sure you all agree that Shiro is like the anime waifu. Now, did I personally feel that way about it? Yeah, so you know what? I'm gonna throw up her an A tier. I think she is a good Imouto. She protects Sora. She's smart. She's intelligent, like really, really intelligent, and she's really protective. And even though that kiss scene was really fucking awkward in my opinion in the show, you know what? Gotta give a little bit of fan service. Alright, up next is Shizuku from Chivalry of a Failed Knight. Now, this is a show that I feel a lot of people either watched and was really interested by, or was just like, nah, I'm not gonna watch this. And I feel Shizuku is definitely a forgotten character in that show and in that light novel series. Now, I personally wasn't a huge fan of her because she kind of filled in that whole stereotype and trope of like the whole, you know, brother complex type of Imouto, where it's just like, I don't give a fuck about anybody else. My big brother promised me when I was 4 years old that we were gonna get married, and as a 16-year-old going through menstruation, I still somehow believe that shit because I have just as many brain cells as my age. Yeah, she's that kind of Imouto, which personally I'm not huge for. So, but, you know, she's cute. She protects her brother, which, you know, I appreciate as a big brother. So I'm gonna spare her the D tier and put her up in a C tier. Again, not, when I put her in a C tier, it's like a low C tier. Like, it's below these two right here, easily. But just enough to escape the D tier, I feel. Alright, up next is, Suguha from Sword Art Online. Now again, you know, taking away the preconceived mentality of how I feel towards Sword Art Online as a show, let's just look at Suguha as a character and as an Imouto, and how she treated her big brother, in this case Kirito, and how, you know, Kirito looked at Suguha and what she did as the little sister to Kirito. Now that I think about it, she kind of ruined everything, didn't she? And I guess we'll leave it at that. Alright, up next is Umaru from Himoto Umaru-chan. Now, again, I'm gonna throw away the whole preconceived connotation that I really disliked Himoto Umaru-chan. I thought the comedy, big air quotations, comedy in that show was just laughably bad. And anyone who watched Himoto Umaru-chan and related to it is, you really gotta start questioning your life choices there, buddy. But again, let's think about it in the same way, alright? Let's think about, what did Umaru do as a little sister? You know, how does she treat her big brother? And, like, is she worth protecting? Wait. Alright, and last but not least, and it is Yuzu from Citrus. Now, when it came to Yuzu, or, you know, the two main characters from Citrus, it was kind of difficult to whether I was going to put Yuzu in this Imouto tier list per se, because technically speaking, when you look at it from the setting of Citrus, it's like a twin stepsister. Like, her stepsister is technically in the same age group, or is, I think in fact the exact same age as Yuzu, but I decided to put Yuzu instead of the other girl, which I forgot the name of, into this Imouto tier list because I feel that just as a personality, she is a lot more like childish. She is, like, in a lot of the scenes in Citrus, she definitely takes on more of the uke side rather than the seme side. So just from that, I feel she gives off like a slight Imouto-esque quality to her. And in terms of that whole Imouto quality of her, I think it's done pretty well. Yeah, I think I really enjoyed Citrus, the manga at least. The anime, not so much. Those 3D crowds I wasn't a huge fan of. But the manga is really good. I definitely recommend checking out the manga. So in terms of that, I'm going to, I guess, put her up in a B tier, like a low B tier. Again, like, if I were to say, again, I honestly prefer the other girl as a character overall in the show, but in terms of Imouto, I think Yuzu filled in the shoes just right. And there you have it, guys. That is the Anime Man's ultimate anime Imouto tier list. Because it's the ultimate anime Imouto tier list, this is law now. You know what? I don't give a shit about what opinions you have towards these particular Imoutos. The professional emotologist has given his stamp of verification. All right, so this is it now. Whatever anybody starts to argue about your Imouto is shit or your anime Imouto waifu is shit, you just reference them back to this video and being like, excuse me, I'm correct. because I agree with this ultimate list. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think about this particular tier list, and if you would like to come up with your own Imouto tier list and send it to me over on Twitter, which you can very well do, then I've left the link to this particular page down in the description below. I've also left in the description below the links to all of my other anime tier list videos, so definitely go and check it out. And also, if you'd like to check out any and all of the series that I mentioned in this video, then all of those series will be available at Bookwalker right now during their Onesan vs Imouto campaign. So if you've never heard of a particular Imouto in this video before and you're kind of curious to see why it was placed in that particular location, then make sure to go down to the links in the description below and click that link. And again, use my coupon code TheAnimeMan to get $5 off. Every coupon code used is going to help your boy out, so make sure to use them to save some money and also help your boy and help the industry. Everybody wins! Oh, and also if you'd like to suggest to me the next tier maker video, because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people who will continue to watch these for some reason, because I like making them. I get to talk about all sorts of different anime and manga and light novels and all that stuff. So if you'd like to suggest to me the next tier maker topic, then make sure to leave them down in the description below, or you can leave them again over on my Twitter. Links as always in the description. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Like and favorite if you enjoy, subscribe for more anime banter, keep watching anime. Ciao! Now.